What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're gonna be talking about what shot timing you guys should be using in NBA 2K24 MyTeam, as well as should you guys be using layup timing or not, should you guys be using a meter or not. Those things are going to be covered as well, but our main thing is going to be about the shot cue: jump, set point, push, or release. Now, if you guys are kind of new to this year, aren't sure what these mean, or didn't play last year, jump is going to be your very early, set point is going to be your early, push is going to be your late of last year, and release is going to be your very late. Now, last year, they each had their own different green windows, so I do believe, I don't know, late or very late, I think had the biggest green window if I remember correctly. This year, all of the green windows are the same. What does that basically mean for me to tell you guys, or mean for you? It basically means use whatever shot cue, visual cue you guys are used to, number one, and can have the most success with number two. The one thing I would say to be leery of is releases throughout the year in MyTeam are going to get quicker and quicker. So if you play on very early now, you might be able to do it, but what happens when we get the end game level of cards like we did last year? It's going to be a lot more difficult to play on very early. And for me, it's not something I want to switch throughout the year. I want to just have it on whatever it is and be able to use that. So what have I been using? I've been using push, which was the late of last year. Last year, I did use the early, or the as you guys can see here, early would be your set point. I feel like I need more time to react to the shot. Now this year, it's not as big of a deal just because all of the jump shots are basically the same. But last year, everybody got like different load ups and stuff, and I just feel like it was too much for me to play on early last year. And even when I go into play now, I can, just get used to jump shots, right? I mean, instead of just having the early timing and sometimes having to guess on things, now I can get used to it and green a lot of shots. Now, the big thing for me is, even if you put this on Hall of Fame difficulty, that's what I would encourage you guys to do, okay? Put it on Hall of Fame difficulty, and I'd go into shoot around. Sure, it's not the same as online, but you can kind of get used to it and see how much you green on with each of these shot timings. So maybe, if you have a 10-player lineup, shoot 5 shots with each player on Hall of Fame difficulty with each shot timing and see how many you guys green, and just see what shot timing gives you guys the most success. Obviously, this year, more than ever, I feel like, not only in MyTeam, but just the game, shooting, I don't want to say it's inconsistent, but like, you're going to have games where you shoot really well and games where you shoot horrible. Some games I'll go out there and never miss. And then the next game, I'll go out there and it just doesn't seem like I can green. A prime example of that would be I play now, right? And so one day I, shot basically 50%, 9 of 18 with the Suns. The next game I used the Lakers, I shot 1 of 18. Now again, part of that's probably me, but I feel like green windows are really dependent on multiple things, how the game's going, a lot of that stuff. Now again, I could go in here and I could change it to set point, and I guarantee I'd be just fine. Now obviously, it would take me again a little bit of getting used to it, especially with, as quick as some of these jump shots are. As you guys, I'm seeing, I'm really slightly late right now. So that's just the one thing. I would try to stick to one, shoot around if you have to. But I really feel like set point is way quicker than I remember it being last year. Now, that just might be me, but I really, really do. And even the jump, right? If you play on jump, like, you got to release it really early. And I'm not just telling you guys that. You got to release it really early. So for me, I'm telling you guys, I've had so much success with push. And I'm not even the best shooter. I'll be the first to take it. I've traditionally not been the one, one of the best players at just knocking down shots in general. And I've even had people ask me, how do you green so much? And I don't know. I'm playing on push timing, and just so far in MyTeam, I've had a lot of success doing it. Even in play now, right? I've had a lot of success doing it. And so that's probably what I'm going to continue to do, is just use the push timing. I know 2K Labs, a lot of other people say, every specific one has the same green window and it's just whatever you're comfortable with. I don't know if I believe that. I really don't, because when I use push, I just feel like I've got, forever to just green shots. I got the biggest green window in the world. And again, you guys just saw I've green, 5 or 6 in a row with Kyrie on Hall of Fame difficulty. That just doesn't happen, right? I mean, when I'm using other stuff, that just does not happen in general. And even when I'm using a guy like Cam Whitmore, if I'm on push, it just gives me a little more time to figure out like releases, right? I'm not used to all these new releases quite yet, and if I'm on push, I'll have time to adjust it. Even if it's mid-shot, you can get a little adjustment period for a guy like Cam Whitmore. I'm a firm believer, full bars are still in my team. That's a full right there, okay? I don't know if they were in last year, but I am a firm believer they are back. Because there's sometimes I feel like I perfectly time a shot and it just does not go in. So I'm a firm believer, even if you time your shot perfectly, full bars are in the game. No matter what anybody says, I'm a firm believer in that. And so that's something to kind of think about, as well as, you know, you're starting to kind of figure out what, you know, shot timing you want to use. Is just know and realize you're not going to green every shots, because full bars, especially for guys with low 3-point ratings, in my opinion, are back and you know, more prevalent than ever. So for me, I'll probably be on push the rest of the year. I know a lot of people come in my Twitch chat, come on my YouTube channel, ask, yo, Ty, what shot timing are you using? What are you having success with? For me, it's push. Especially with guys with high 3-point ratings, I notice a ton of success. So like Desmond Bane, Kyrie Irving, I'll rarely miss opens with these guys just because, again, I'm used to their shot timing. And I feel like if somebody has a high 3-point rating, they're very, very rarely going to shoot full bars. Now, I have success on leaners with push as well. So again, if that's something you guys are worried about, like Ty, I shoot a lot of leaners. Is push still the best? Again, I shoot a lot of leaners with Desmond Bane on push. And right now, I would say I'm having a lot of success doing it. So that's just kind of my recap, guys. I'm trying to give you guys a lot of tips and tricks videos because a lot of people are just starting out the game, not sure where to start when it comes to release time and a lot of these things. And I would just say, try to get comfortable with what works for you. You know, I'm comfortable with a lot of these guys. And so yes, when I'm shooting around with them, I should green the majority of the shots I shoot. But I do think that shot timing has a big impact on how much you're going to green this year. To me, the set point, the jump, that just feels way too early for me, where push feels you know, exactly right. For a guy in myself who normally doesn't green very much, being able to finally green a lot of shots, it's nuts. And so yeah, that's what I would recommend. If I'm you guys, try out push time. You know, even if you've used early last year, try push timing. Give it a few days to get used to, because I definitely think, especially over the long run of 2K, you're gonna have more success on push timing than you know, the set point or jump. Just because, again, releases are going to get quicker as the year goes on. They always have, they always will. And I feel like if you have more time to react, you are going to give yourself a very good situation. Now, as far as shot timing for layups, do I do it? No. You guys can time your layups if you want. Some people do. Some people do shots and layups. To me, it's about all just getting used to it. I don't want to have to worry about layups. Again, I don't take enough of them to get there. That's something that can change, though. If I see somebody else really cheesing with layup timing, that'll be something I do have to get used to. Do I use layup meter? I've tried it on, off. It doesn't really matter. Same thing with the free throw meter. You can have it on, you can have it off. I leave it off just because I feel like with the majority of the guys I use, I'm comfortable enough with their free throw jump shot. As the year goes on, should be easier if they don't touch shooting for you guys to green and have success with whatever your jump shot timing truly is. That's gonna wrap it up for our video, guys. I use push. You guys can let me know down below in the comments what release timing you guys use, and are you guys having success with it? Again, I haven't tried release. I haven't tried any other shot timing just because I've used push, and for me, there's not any need to change it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.